Hey, I'm Joe Tapper here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, asking UFC fans who's the best up-and-coming fighter in UFC today. Who is the next big UFC fighter that no one thinks is going to be big?
I would say Rory McDonald for sure. I think getting that fight with the Diaz, I think that really got his name out there.
Rory McDonald, he's out of Canada and he's really been on a roll, and I think he'll be the next big force at 170.
I really think Mike Pierce. He's got great wrestling, great striking.
I'd like to see maybe Hector Lombard come in. I think he's got a lot of potential.
He's kind of big. I think a lot of people underestimate him. Up and coming, but I think he'll win it decisively. Heavyweight championship. So I'll say Junior Dos Santos.
Eddie Alvarez.
I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that it's Phil Davis, baby, Penn State.
How long until he's a household name?
I mean, I think by the end of the year.
At the 170-pound weight class, I'd say Carlos Condit's right there. He's really on the cusp there. He's probably about to get his title shot in the next fight or two.
Dan Henderson from Strikeforce. Coming over from Strikeforce in the UFC.
It's definitely Nam Fan.
And why do you think he's been under the radar?
For different reasons. He's kept kind of humble, and he's fought in a lot of different shows. He's fought in Japan.
And also, at the 185-pound class, I think you have Brian Stann, who has a fight coming up with Chael Sonnen, which will be a real telling fight in his career.
The UFC growing the way it is, the next big guy is going to be one of these guys who's going to come out of either football or something like that, where the UFC is now economically viable for these guys to come out of college football or something like that, these big athletes. So it's guys that nobody's heard of yet, but it's going to be guys who are all-around athletes who have been doing this since they were kids.
Come November, UFC, household name, run through Cain Velasquez.
How fast does he run through him?
First round.